the spirit of good neighborliness, these are West African nationals. The ECOWAS protocols are clear. They have the right of movement of goods and services. These are basically our own people. So really, what do you think is the fuss about this West African nationals who are not hardened criminals, who just been deported to us for onward deportation to some other African, to their respective homes? What's the big deal?
I think the problem with this matter has been how the media has covered this situation.
Okay.
Because is it not worrying that we spend so much time covering this government bringing in people deported from America, and all the questions are legitimate. But we spend so much time at the expense of covering the Ghanaians who are stranded in Côte d'Ivoire. Well, yeah. 13,000 people are stranded in Côte d'Ivoire. This government has let 13,000 people stay in Côte d'Ivoire. We are not covering it on a daily basis. We don't have an Afro barometer that's telling us every day how many have come home, how many have not come home. And the government itself is leading this agenda without even reporting to us what's happening in Côte d'Ivoire. It took a while for media to shout on Ablakwa for him to even visit them. Then he comes back with some information that has been challenged, that is wrong, and all of that. And then we are here talking about Gitmo repeating itself and all of that. All of that is okay. But our media must have a certain focus on what is the most important thing to the Ghanaian. It's very important. What is the most important thing to the Ghanaian? Ghanaians are stranded in Côte d'Ivoire. They fled Boku to go to Côte d'Ivoire. They are sitting there. There's peace in Accra, there's peace in Takoradi, there's peace everywhere, down south, up to at least Kintampo. And we will not find spaces for them here. There's NADMO in Ghana. We can't find spaces for 13,000 people who are stranded in Boku. The government has a Ministry of Interior, under which NADMO works. The government has a Ministry of Defense. The government has a Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And all these things are not happening, and they are justifying why 13 people have come and why they've sent them to Togo in a bus. I think there's some dereliction of duty here on both the sides of the government and the media. It's a clear dereliction of duty. And we must refocus and let Ghanaians feel the essence of our government.
The Foreign Affairs Minister tells us that he's been to Ivory Coast. He's interacted with them. He's talked them into coming back to Ghana, but they're saying that, that he can't force them into Ghana. At the end of the day, it's about the conflict, and things have improved. So it's not a case of...
So the story is dead now?
Well, it's not dead.
But the people are still in Ivory Coast.
Yes, but why are they there?
But what did he present to them? What did he present? What offer did he make them?
Items.
No, what offer did he make them in terms of their return to Ghana? That's what will determine whether they will say, what you are telling me is impressive, is better than what I have here, so I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah, so he didn't disclose to us what he told them. The foreign minister should have told the media the offers he made to those people. But if you come and tell us that I spoke to them, and they said they won't come. I mean, what are you talking about? The greatest of respect.
That's fine.
That's not how foreign ministers talk. And I spoke to them, they said they won't come. What is that? He must have given them an offer. It must have been a cabinet decision. The government is working correctly. It's a cabinet decision. He sends us an emissary, go and offer them so and so. The military are involved. Everybody is involved. You go there, they can see the military with you. There's a plane waiting to bring you back to this place. When you come to this place, this is how your life will be like. And it's all paid for by the government of Ghana because you're Ghanaian. If you make them an offer like that, they will come. But if you don't, you tell them, you are urging them that the conflict will be over, so they should go back.
The Foreign Affairs Minister is also saying that he's trying to be careful not to come across as though he does not appreciate what Ivory Coast is doing for Ghana. I remember in 2010, we did the same for Ivory Coast. So he tells us that it's a very tricky path to traverse. So you want your people to come back home, but you also don't want to come across as though you're rushing them back home because you do not appreciate the fact that Ivory Coast is taking very good care of your people.
I don't understand what diplomatic context this is. I cannot understand.
I watched that interview. That's exactly
I cannot appreciate that diplomatic context. Ivory Coast is expending its taxpayers' money on keeping Ghanaians. Because of ECOWAS and the good laborers, they will do so because those Ghanaians are at peril.
Yeah.
Yes, they will do that. Ivory Coast will never be offended. I can't see the situation in which Ivory Coast will be offended if you quickly come in and say that, oh, thank you very much, I'm taking them back home. What is it? I don't get this. Where is the offense? What diplomatic language is that?
The people have the right to decide where they want to live.
Yeah,
they want to be in Ivory Coast.
Yes, no problem. I'm saying that take yourself, myself, any other person as an instance. You live in Ghana. then there's conflicts. You go to Ivory Coast, and you prefer to live in Ivory Coast.
Maybe.
I mean, it doesn't really add up. Maybe there's even a language barrier and all of that. So it doesn't really add up. It is the offer that the government is making to them, or whether there's been an offer made to them at all. And the fact that the government is not focusing on that problem and is now dealing with some America has deported somebody, and the government has misled the media to focus on that rather. Which is not critical to any Ghanaian's livelihood.
But
these are livelihoods that are being cherished in Cote
But that may
d'Ivoire.
not be entirely accurate. When John Mahama said that at the media press, it didn't end there because you know the media. There was follow-up questions. And then the Foreign Affairs Minister went on a platform and the matter came up and the minority has held a press conference and it's getting everybody talking about it. So, I mean, how then do you blame the government for sustaining this conversation or this narrative?
Yeah, because the government have not given us a daily report on what's happening to Ghanaians there.
Which is fair.
That is what we need.
Okay.
If the government were giving us a daily report on what's happening to Ghanaians there, the media will focus on that.
Yes, but I'm saying that the earlier comment you made about the government deliberately sustaining this conversation, I'm saying that may not necessarily...
Well, which was sustaining the foreign affairs conversation.
Which is the West African
the American conversation. Yes, but it's the government that's leading the news. So when the government goes, the minority will follow and then the media follows.
How?
But that's how news is. It's the government that leads the news.
Oh, I'm saying that. Someone asked a question.
At the press conference.
At the press conference.
Yes.
The president responds to that or answers that question. And then obviously gets the Ghanaian media talking because we're asking legitimate questions as a follow-up to what the president said.
No, but the matter was in the news before the press conference.
Yes, so that's why somebody asked the question.
Yes.
And then subsequently, you have the Foreign Affairs Minister ongoing on some other platforms to throw some more light on, on the matter.
Yeah, why are you throwing more light? At that time, were there Ghanaians in Cote d'Ivoire?
No, because the journalists were asking him the question.
But that's the point
You're asking him not to respond to
it. I'm making my point. I'm making my point.
No, so
President talks about
there's
it.
A difference between...
The Foreign Affairs Minister is on a media trail.
Yes.
Discussing the same thing.
He's
not going on a media trail. No, he's not going on a media trail talking about Ghanaians in Cote d'Ivoire.
No,
he's not doing that.
He talked about
it. Yeah, he's talking about something else. No, and then the media followed. So he talked about both.
No, he talked about his trip to
no, so you're talking. So he says his media trail. He talked about both. He talked about West Africa and this one.
Comprehensively.
Yes, but he doesn't give us an update, and the two are not the same. So even talking about it as both is not correct. There's one that is more critical, very, very critical. It's not the same as another person from another country. This is has been occasioned by some negligence of our security system. The people who have left, they left because of some negligence of the security system that now requires them to leave the country. So that's a critical matter. You don't compare that to Ghana making a diplomatic decision to collect people that America is deporting, and all that is fine, humanitarian. But I'm saying that the Foreign Affairs Minister predicates this their American thing on the word he calls humanitarianism. Yeah. And that shocks me because the humanitarianism should first be applied to Ghanaians who have been displaced by war. That's where the humanitarianism, charity begins at home. That's where the humanitarianism must apply, not the humanitarianism applying to people that are coming from America. I think it's quite disappointing the way we're handling these conflicts and then how we're handling Ghanaians who have fled.